Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across the Empire State and beyond, imagine this. You're staring down the barrel of another brutal NFC East showdown. The kind where the air crackles with that old-school rivalry fire, and suddenly, your star edge rusher, the guy who's supposed to be terrorizing quarterbacks like a blue streak through the trenches, gets whispered about in trade rumors. Is this the end of an era for Big Blue, or just a shake-up we need to roar back into contention? Welcome to tonight's Giants Report. I'm your host, diving headfirst into the swirling drama around Kayvon Thibodeaux, the New York Giants' explosive pass rusher, who's suddenly the hottest name on everyone's trade deadline watch list. Buckle up, because if you're a die-hard Giants fan, this one's going to hit you right in the heart, and maybe light a fire under that 2-6 start. Let's kick things off with the buzz that's got the league and our passionate Big Blue faithful, talking nonstop. According to insider Jordan Schultz, Kayvon Thibodeaux is squarely in the crosshairs as we barrel toward the NFL trade deadline. Teams around the league are poking and prodding, wondering if this 24-year-old phenom is truly locked into the Giants' long-term vision, or if he's a shiny piece that could fetch a king's ransom in picks and prospects. The Giants, sitting at 2-6 after a roller coaster of a season that's seen flashes of brilliance drowned out by defensive lapses and offensive growing pains, are smack in the middle of that seller's market for pass rushers. Schultz drops this gem. There's real activity brewing, but it's quiet. Why? Because the pond's full of big fish right now. Options galore mean no one's desperate enough to overpay. Yet. But mark my words, if the phone rings at the Meadowlands, it could change everything. Now, let's zoom in on Thibodeaux himself, because this kid's story is pure Giants lore waiting to be written. Drafted 5th overall back in 2022 out of Oregon. Remember that? The Ducks' dynamic duo with that relentless motor and those hands like vices. He signed a 4-year rookie deal loaded with $33.3 million, including a whopping $20 million signing bonus, all fully guaranteed. Talk about buying into the future. He burst onto the scene with that raw athleticism, the kind that echoes the ghosts of Giants greats like Michael Strahan, who terrorized offenses en route to that iconic Super Bowl run in 2007, sacking Tom Brady in the desert like it was personal. Or Lawrence Taylor, LT himself, the wrecking ball who turned the '86 Giants into legends, forcing fumbles and flipping games with sheer chaos. Thibodeaux? He's got that same pedigree. 6'4", 258 pounds of coil fury, a first-round steal who was supposed to anchor our defensive line alongside Dexter Lawrence, that immovable force we call the Big Cat. But here's where the plot thickens. Thibodeaux missed chunks of 2024 nursing an injury, sidelined on IR before getting a green light in November. The Giants showed faith, picking up his 5th-year option this past April. A cool $14 plus million locked in for 2026. That's not pocket change. It's a vote of confidence in a guy who's still blooming. Fast forward to 2025. He's suited up for all 8 games so far, logging 21 tackles, a pair of sacks, and 2 passes defended. Solid? Sure. Dominant? Not quite the sack parade we envisioned when GM Joe Schoen swung for fences in the draft. Those 2.5 sacks? They're efficient, no doubt, flashing that quick first step on the edge, collapsing pockets like he did against the Eagles in that heartbreaker last month, where he nearly strip-sacked Jalen Hurts on a 3rd and long. But in a division stacked with mobile QBs like Hurts, Dak Prescott, and even Jaden Daniels lighting it up with Commanders, we need more. Thibodeaux's pressure rate sits around 12% this year. Per next-gen stats, respectable, but dipping below his rookie benchmark. Is it scheme? Is it health? Or is it the weight of a rebuilding defense that's forcing him to play hero ball too often? Speaking of schemes, let's break down the tape like we're in the film room with defensive coordinator Shane Bowen. The Giants' 3-4 base has Thibodeaux sliding inside out on twists. Try to mask our secondary woes. Those coverage breakdowns that let Dak carve us up for 300 yards last week. Bowen's dialing up more stunts, getting Thibodeaux and Azeez Ojulari in tandem rushes. But with only 14 total team sacks through 8 games, it's clear the pressure's not consistent. Compare that to the 2007 squad, 53 sacks en route to the Lombardi. With Strahan and OSI, you mean you're feasting. Or 2011, when that D-line swarmed Eli Manning's blind side to upset the Pats again. Thibodeaux's got the tools. That spin move is filthy, evading tackles like he's dancing at a Jersey wedding. But at 2.5 sacks, he's pacing for maybe 7 on the year. In a pass rush market flooded with vets like Khalil Mack or hauls like Max Crosby, teams salivating for youth might see him as the perfect flip. A 5th rounder plus a future second could net the Giants ammo for the 2026 draft, where we're eyeing that franchise QB to pair with Malik Neighbors' electric routes. And oh, the history here. It's thicker than the fog rolling off the Hudson. The Giants, born in the gritty Polo Grounds in 1925, survivors of the Great Depression-era football wars, moved to Yankee Stadium in the 50s, then finally to our gleaming MetLife Stadium in 2010, shared with those green-wearing pests from Philly. We bled blue through the lows, the 1970s wilderness years, the Sims to Barkley heartbreakers, and soared in the highs, those twin Super Bowl gut punches to the Pats, LT's Hall of Fame rampage, even Plaxico Burress moonwalk after sealing '08. Thibodeaux embodies that New York grit. Born in Oakland but raised with that East Coast edge. He's got the tattoos, the swagger, and the chip on his shoulder from that 22 neck injury scare that tested his fire. Fans chant Thibodeaux from the stands, waving those blue and white flags like it's 1986 all over again. But trade him to the Cowboys? Perish the thought. That'd ignite a rivalry inferno hotter than LT tackling Emmitt Smith to get the pulse of the locker room. I caught up with a fictional huddle. Okay, let's call it an exclusive scoop from sources close to the vest. Imagine head coach Brian Daboll, that Buffalo-bred grinder with a clipboard perpetually in hand, pulling Thibodeaux aside after Thursday's walkthrough. Kayvon's our guy. Daboll might growl, eyes steely like he's prepping for the next Bills Mafia beatdown. We got unfinished business in the East. Trades are noise, but sacks? Those are symphonies. And from Thibodeaux himself, picture him flashing that megawatt smile in the tunnel. New York's home, man. I came here to build with Big Blue, not bounce. But football's a business. I'll let my game do the talking. Next, sacks of fans freezing their tails off in section 144. Spot on. Even fan voices echo that. Picture a tailgate outside MetLife, where lifelong supporter Maria from Hoboken tells me, trade Kayvon over my dead cheesesteak. He's the spark. We need him to light up those Cowboys like fireworks over the George Washington Bridge. Statistically, this deadline chatter isn't smoke without fire. The Giants' pass rush win rate, hovering at 38%, down from 42% last year. A dip that screams for reinforcements, not exports. Importing that Giants edge Kayvon Thibodeaux is a name to watch as we draw closer to the trade deadline. According to Schultz, some around the league have wondered whether he's part of the Giants' long-term plans and if he could end up being available for trade. The Giants are currently sitting at 2-6 on the season, and Schultz says there are teams actively exploring the pass rush trade market right now. Interestingly enough, Schultz adds that the lack of trade activity could be due, in part, because there are so many available options. Thibodeaux, 24, was selected 5th overall by the Giants in the 2022 draft. He's entering the final year, a 4-year rookie deal worth $33.3 million that includes a $20 million signing bonus and is fully guaranteed. He spent a portion of the 2024 season on injured reserve and was activated in November. The Giants picked up Thibodeaux's 5th-year option this past April, which will pay him over $14 million for the 2023 season. In 2025, Thibodeaux has appeared in all 8 games for the Giants and recorded 21 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 2 pass defenses.